Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to F1 Manager 2024 and another part of our Ferrari career mode. Today we are back with the big one, the British Grand Prix, as we look to get another victory. We, of course, won last time out in Austria with Carlos Sainz, but Charles Leclerc had to retire on the final lap of the race, which was a real disappointment, it has to be said. But we're going to get into a full race schedule this weekend. Fingers crossed we can get a good victory here.
And come on in to the home of British motor racing. We're here in legendary Silverstone, where the very first Formula One World Championship Grand Prix was held back in 1950. It's a place where every tuft of grass breathes motorsport, and the crowd are already crackling with excitement.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. And as the final round begins, what a season it's been.
Okay then, let's get to it.
Okay, so I'll get on with practice and I'll see you guys for Q1.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
The high-speed corners at Silverstone are a great challenge for the cars and drivers. The technical sector 1 rewards strong mechanical grip, while high-speed aerodynamic efficiency will come into play in the final two sectors.
Charles Leclerc has been a talking point for many of late. Karun, how do you think he's doing so far?
I wonder if they're feeling the competition with their teammate right now. There's not much between them in terms of points, which is good fuel for a friendly rivalry.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
Okay, here we go then, ready for qualifying in Great Britain. And once again, you know, the likes of Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc are going to be right up there. It's just really going to be a case of, can we put it all together in the moment, and that's what we're going to be trying to do. Just trying to fiddle around with Charles's setup there. That looks pretty much perfect for Carlos as well. Get him on his nice fresh engine. He was actually quickest in FP1, even though he was using those awful parts in his car. So that really does make you have high hopes for this qualifying session. Now, as always, we have to do Q1 to make sure that the setups carry through. Charles Leclerc looking very quick out there. 25.9 for Charles. 1.2 seconds off the pace is Carlos Sainz, so probably have to go back out there and do a second lap on those scrub tyres for Sainz. There he goes, off and running. Yeah. No improvement, annoyingly.
All good.
So he is going to have to go out again here. Still think he can go quicker on those scrubs. Come on, no traffic this time, please. Traffic again.
At the moment, we have P7. P7.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine, but yeah, could have been a lot more comfortable for Carlos Sainz. But first and 9th in Q1. We'll settle for that. Simulate session 2. We should be comfortably through in that session as well. First and 2nd, in fact. Wow. Okay. Well, we are ready to rock and roll here. Charles Leclerc going to go out first, and then Sainz following him. Who's going to come out on top? Let's see if Carlos Sainz can do it. He's generally been the quicker guy this season. It'll be very interesting to see if he can pull it off here. Charles Leclerc has been quickest in session 1, quickest in session 2. Is he going to pull it off in session 3 here? Charles quickest in the first sector, 25.0 plays 25.02, 1/100th of a second behind is Carlos here. Now through Copse Corner, and Charles through Maggots and Beckett's now. 37.2 plays 37.2. There is about 8,000ths of a second between the two guys here. Problem is, Leclerc has caught the McLaren up here as they head across the line. Charles Leclerc goes quickest with a 1:25.6. Here comes Sainz, and he does a 1:25.7, 7,000ths of a second off.
That was a very good
well, it's going to be very tough for anybody to even get close to that. And the best thing is we have a second run at it coming very soon. This time Sainz is going to go out first, then followed by Charles Leclerc. And we'd like to get ahead of Stroll.
All looking good for tires. All clear in front.
So it's going to be another straight shootout between our two drivers here. And hopefully Sainz gets past the Aston Martin. He does manage it. It's an orange first sector, but it's purple for Charles Leclerc. 3/10ths quicker than his teammate in that first sector. What can Sainz do in this middle sector now? It's yellow again, but it's another purple for Charles. It's going to be Charles Leclerc who takes pole position here. He's coming round. Sainz doesn't improve. Leclerc goes even quicker with a 1:25.3, 3/10ths quicker than his teammate Carlos Sainz. Purple, and he has done it. He is on pole position for the British Grand Prix. It's a Ferrari 1-2, once again in a very good position heading into the race.
52 laps around Silverstone await our drivers as the anticipation continues to build.
Silverstone is certainly a circuit rich in Formula One history, from Giuseppe Farina winning the first championship race held here in 1950, right through to Lewis Hamilton's 2008 masterclass on racing in the rain.
Silverstone demands a lot of power from cars with numerous twists and historic turns. Downforce is going to be a key factor to manage if teams want to succeed here. Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Okay then, here we go. Ready for race day now. Let's have a little look at what compounds we've got available. So we've got one set of soft tyres there with Leclerc. We've got just the one set with Sainz as well. Yeah, surely we want to be going for a hard tyre stint in the middle of this race. Yeah, that's looking good for Carlos. And it's going to be very, very similar for Leclerc. Let's get going into this race then and see Can we, once again, storm to victory? Now, what we need to make sure that we do is look after the fuel. But it's going to be a straight fight between Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz.
By the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. Here's a determined Sainz lining up on the grid.
It's a P2 start for them, an excellent opportunity, and no doubt they'll be looking to grab it with both hands.
And the time has come. Let's go racing. Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Well, lights out, so away we go. Who's going to lead as we head towards turn 1? Charles Leclerc off to a very good start. And he holds off his teammate Carlos Sainz into turn 1. He's struggling to hold off Lando Norris, who has started on the soft tyres. And Sainz, well, he's going to play a really crucial role today in making sure he is ahead of Lando Norris. That's the big thing that we need to try and sort out today. And that's keeping Leclerc more than a second ahead of Lando Norris, and you can see straight line speed. McLaren are just so much better than us. It's actually unreal. Norris puts in fastest lap, but you can see how much time we've gained on Max Verstappen. But DRS is going to be enabled straight away here. It's really important for Carlos Sainz that he is staying with Lando Norris here. Norris is desperately trying to get past Charles Leclerc. This is going to be a close battle today. Piastri is through as well. There goes Norris through on Charles. Yeah, really important for Charles to just take it easy here. We know we've just got to get through the pain of the first few laps where the AI are always a little bit more aggressive.
Copy.
Chance down the inside, possibly for Sainz, didn't happen there. So time to zoom it forward a little bit. DRS open once again for Sainz. He's not going to make it just yet. Yeah, keeping an eye on those tyres because Norris and Piastri, they're going to start struggling very soon as Sainz retakes the lead. Let's have a look at this with the
Here we are
DRS.
down at turn 7. The gap opens up for them.
And Sainz through very nicely there. Well, Sainz more than a second ahead of Norris, and Norris is starting to lose a little bit of pace. As Fernando Alonso into 4th place, he's doing pretty well out there. Leclerc up to P2. Yeah, need to be careful on the fuel now. Here comes Leclerc again. Right behind Carlos Sainz. And we're letting them race. trying to pull away here. But there goes Leclerc. He's through. Great move. But once again, you look at Norris's tyres and you think they're going to be absolutely shredded soon. Sainz now desperately trying to get back past, but this top three are doing a good job. Just pulled away from Piastri a little bit here. So Sainz leads. Leclerc in second, then we got Norris and Piastri just behind. Now coming into the pits around about lap 17. I'm thinking, right, let's look after the tyres a bit with Sainz. Let's see if we can push on with Charles. And try and keep Sainz ahead of the two McLarens. There we go, Norris back through one. Sainz, looks like Norris is pushing on here. Yeah, maybe we've messed up the tactics here because Norris is really pushing. Norris almost into the lead of this Grand Prix. There he goes. So now 1 and 2 turns into 2 and 3. Not ideal. And Piastri now up into third. McLaren doing a good job.
And tires are ready. Copy.
So
We believe you will be soon.
Copy.
people are going to start coming in now. Sainz and Piastri still side by side here. Attempted to come in this lap with Leclerc.
Good job. Gap to him 2.6.
Now we don't know what Norris's plan is.
Let's go hunting.
Yep, Norris stays out, so
Charles, big thing.
Charles in. And Piastri now can fight. He's going to be coming in next lap. So we've come in before the main runners on the soft tyres. Leclerc back out there on the hards and hopefully able to push and hopefully able to get that undercut. That is the plan. Let's have a quick look at the gap to the leader. So 4 seconds separates Norris and Piastri.
Oh, it looks like a pit stop.
DRS open. And then is Norris in? No, but Piastri is. So Sainz comes in, Piastri follows. Norris in a heap of trouble here. Because Leclerc is surely going to get a lovely undercut. So Leclerc back into a nice position out on track. Piastri goes out there on soft tyres. So he's going to make it past fairly soon. Norris continues on. As Leclerc will now start putting in personal bests. Norris is in. Lando Norris in the pit lane. And Leclerc is out a decent way in front. Now, what did Norris go on to? Norris has gone on to hard tyres, so he's matching our strategy. Piastri is the one to watch because he's on a different strategy. And we're going to see Piastri overtake Leclerc very, very shortly here. Yeah, it's going to be pretty close, this. Leclerc still managing to stay in front of Piastri. Sainz and Norris battling it out. And then Piastri picking this moment to strike. Well, how fast is Piastri going to end up being here? We're planning to come into the pits on lap 35 with both drivers, so 9 more laps of this. It's very much a four-way battle for this race victory. The Red Bulls just not in it at this stage. So I'm going to keep zooming forward. Now Piastri struggling on those tyres. And Charles Leclerc is now going to push on. And see how far he can get. Oh, Sainz has spun.
I'm okay.
Copy.
Okay, so that's
Yellow flag where you are.
made things just a little bit more interesting. Leclerc should be fine. Leclerc in a great position here, leading this race, controlling the pace. Just keep an eye on Norris, who's battling with his teammate, and that's not helping his case.
Something's not gone right in the pit.
Sainz is going to come in. He's going to put on the soft tyres. Hope to get a bit of an undercut on the guys in front. Here he comes into the pit lane. So Carlos Sainz. Let's see how he gets on now. 2.6.
Oh,
not
dear,
too bad.
Oh dear, that's not a good stop.
I'm going to have have to up his aggression there. Charles Leclerc will be coming in this lap. Piastri's in.
Box, speed confirm and box. Box.
So here we go then. Sainz meanwhile pushing hard. 2.7 pit stop for Charles Leclerc. Piastri coming around the final corner. This is going to be close. Leclerc's away. Nicely done. As Carlos Sainz has put in fastest lap. He's just 9 seconds behind. Oscar Piastri, who is, of course, on the medium tyres. And Leclerc's going to get a hell of an undercut on Lando Norris. Sainz, by the way, is flying out there. As Leclerc, Piastri's just put in fastest lap. Sainz has gone even faster with a 1:29.8. That is a massive time there. And Sainz goes purple again in sector 1. Well, Charles gonna have to conserve that fuel again. Don't quite know how we've managed that, but 15 laps to go. We should be okay. Noticed it early enough. Magnussen is out as Norris comes into the pit lane and Leclerc flies past. And really, it's a 2-horse race between Leclerc and Piastri now. We know Leclerc has got speed in hand here. And Stroll now puts in fastest lap. And Sainz right behind Lando Norris. Norris is the one to keep an eye on. Leclerc managing to get his fuel back on target very quickly there. Okay, zoom zoom. 6 seconds the lead here. Sainz is the one that has lost out the most, but I just don't think he can do any more than what he has done.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Yellow flags there. And yeah. I'm going to keep it on medium and neutral. For both drivers. Sainz all of a sudden very much catching up to Piastri. 3 laps to go here. Norris in a decent position, but he's got a mechanical fault. Oh, would you believe it? Charles Leclerc starts the penultimate lap of this race.
2 laps to go.
Sainz, meanwhile, is right behind Oscar Piastri. Can we get him onto the podium? He's pushing hard out there. And Leclerc. 5.5 in front. Here comes Carlos Sainz. Taking the rest out of these tyres. DRS enabled. And there's 1 lap to go here. Charles Leclerc begins the final lap of this race. He's absolutely flying out there. Now Sainz, can he catch and pass Oscar Piastri on this final lap? We're going to give him a bit of deployment here. He's got everything at his disposal. DRS open. But doesn't make the move just yet. We're going to go for high aggression overtakes. It's all going to come down to the hangar straight. Through Maggots and Beckett's one final time. DRS open. Is he going to manage it? He's going to have a look, but can't do it. Charles Leclerc wins the British Grand Prix. Sainz is going to finish 4th.
Some pickup.
What a shame. But it's Charles Leclerc who leads pretty much from start to finish. And certainly in that third stint, he was the best driver out there. And well, it's another 25 points in the bag. And a big, big victory over Max Verstappen as well. Another 15 points knocked off his lead. And if it hadn't have been for a really poor start of the season, Leclerc would have been right up there, you feel. But not this time.
Among the drivers heading back to their teams, we see Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, just shy of a podium, but 4th is still a respectable finish.
Out and onto the podium steps Charles Leclerc, the driver from Monaco, really deserving of that top 3 spot.
What an excellent way to take a second win of the season with a composed performance today.
Well, we might be in Britain, but our podium finishers won't be celebrating with a cup of tea tonight. They'll be staying true to Formula One tradition. As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And here in Silverstone, the weekend now draws to a close.
Next round, we're moving on to an exhilarating circuit. Formula One will be taking to the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Okay, brilliant. Charles Leclerc wins it ahead of Lando Norris in 2nd, Piastri 3rd, and then Carlos Sainz in 4th. Into the driver's standings, Verstappen still leads by 28 points over his teammate Sergio Perez. Lando Norris is 3rd, 8 points further back, and then you've got Sainz and Leclerc 4th and 5th. Into the constructors, and we close the gap to 5 to McLaren. And we had the 8th fastest pit stop today. Could have been a little bit better, but a good amount of profit in there made from this Grand Prix. That's what we like to see. Ollie Behrman moving up to 77 rated now. Dino Beganovic also doing the same. So there you go then. That is where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.